Hey, so welcome to the next video in the flow training program. So in this video, we're going to be talking about the front kick. We're going to be introducing the basic technique of the front kick. So the front kick is the third and actual final technique that you'll be learning in terms of striking techniques for this program, for this course. Okay, I wanted to only introduce 3 techniques because I think more than that just makes things way more complicated. But if you can learn these 3 techniques, the elbow, the knee strike, and now the front kick, and practice them and get really comfortable with them, you will have a really good, solid, basic collection of tools that you can use for self-defense. Okay? So, the front kick, like everything else, I want you to start in your basic stance. So feet are shoulder width apart. Front foot is your left foot if you're right-handed. Turn your right foot back a little bit. Make sure that your knees are bent. In this particular technique, just like the knee strike, it's really important that you be well balanced. Meaning especially that your feet are not too close together this way, because that's going to make it harder for you to balance on one leg. Okay? So your feet are shoulder width apart, hands are up, and the front kick basically looks like this. You're going to lift your knee up, and then once your knee and your thigh get to parallel with the ground, you're going to extend. So you lift, and then you extend, and then you bring it back. Okay? So you lift up, kick out, and then bring it back. Your goal here is to think that you're pushing or kicking something away from you. The best analogy I can think of is if you need to kick down a door, how would you do it? Right? And this is pretty much what this kick is. You're kicking outwards this way. You're not snapping your foot up. Okay? I want to make sure there's a distinction there. Right? So that is a different type of front kick that in some martial arts they teach, and it's a very effective kick. But for this particular technique, we're thinking more about pushing something away with the kick rather than just snapping our foot out. If I do it sideways, you might be able to see it a little bit better. Okay, so if I do a push kick, I lift and I push out like that. If I do a snap kick, I'm snapping my foot out this way. Okay, that one's a little bit harder to connect with, so I'd rather teach you the easier version than the harder one. All right, so some pointers again to make sure that you're doing this right. Okay, always your hands stay up. Now make sure that your left foot or the supporting leg for the kick is always a little bit on the outside so you have a nice wide base. Like I said, your knee comes up. Once your knee is up, that's when you extend the lower part of your leg. At the end of this kick, now if you feel like you're falling forward, right? Let's say you're kicking and you find yourself falling forward, just like in the knee strike, you can lean back a little bit. By leaning back, you create that counterbalance. So my leg's going out, and by leaning back, first of all, I make myself a harder target to hit, but it also gives me more balance with my upper body so that I'm more in control of my technique and able to bring my leg back into position. Okay, I'll do it again from the side. So hands are up, I lift up, I extend, and I bring it back. I lift up, extend, and bring it back. Okay? So like with all the other techniques, now we're going to repeat this technique 10 times. And of course, I want you to be able to work both sides. Right? So when you get into your opposite stance, it's exactly the same. You lift up, kick, and then bring it back. All right? So let's do 10 of these each side together. And then it'll be up to you to practice this as often as you possibly can if you want to feel comfortable with it. All right? So get in your stance, feet shoulder width, hands are up. And here we go. We're going to do 10 with your right leg. Ready? 1, kick, bring it back. 2, kick, bring it back. 3, bring it back. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, last one, and 10. Okay, did you notice that my arm comes down a little bit as I kick? You can do that. Some people prefer to keep their hands straight up. Some people like to bring their hand down. That's really a preference thing. Whatever comes naturally is fine. Okay? Now I want you to switch sides, and we're going to do the same thing on the left side. Okay, so make sure that your right foot is slightly outside so that you're well balanced. Hands are up. Ready? Here we go for 1. And bring it back. 2, bring it back. 3, bring it back. Remember to lean back if you need to. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, last one, and 10. Okay? So doing repetitions like this is how you get better and better and better. It's also going to show you how comfortable you are. If you find yourself falling off balance a lot, it means you need to move your feet around. You need to find that position that allows you to repeat this technique over and over again. Okay? So in the next video, we're going to show the applications. What are your targets? How the distance between you and your target, all of that. And I'm also going to show you a trick where you can use a wall to practice this technique and get some really good results. Okay, so as usual, if you have any questions or comments, please reach out to me, and I look forward to the next video. Peace.